morning grade 7 students. Welcome to our new video with new chapter, that is chapter number 18, wastewater story. So please open your textbooks.
Let us see what is wastewater. Black brown water which is rich in feather mixed with oil that goes down the drains from skins, showers, toilets, laundries is called wastewater. Wastewater is generated in homes, industries, agricultural fields and in older human activities, and that is called as sewage. So what is sewage? The wastewater generated from different homes, different types of industries and agriculture's feed, and in older human, that is activity. This is called as sewage. Clean water that is fit for use is unfortunately not available to all. It has been reported that more than 1 billion of people have no access to safe drinking water. So there are billions of people where they do not have safe drinking water. This accounts for a large number of water related diseases and even death. And due to this, there are deaths, and water related diseases. People, even children, walk for several kilometers to collect clean water. So where do the people walk and go to collect clean water? As we are going to study in chapter number 16. It is not a serious matter for human dignity. You have studied in chapter 16 about the increasing scarcity of fresh water due to population growth, pollution, industrial development, mismanagement and other factors. So we will study in chapter number 16, where the increasing scarcity of fresh water is due to the different population growth, pollution and mismanagement and other factors. Realizing the urgency of the situation on the World Water Day. So when is World Water Day? That is on 22nd March 2005. The General Assembly of the UN proclaimed the period 2005 to 2015 as the International Decade for Action on Water for Light. For this, from 2005 to 15, this period it was declared as the International Decade for Action on Water for Life, and all efforts were made during this decade aimed to reduce by half the number of people who do not have access to safe drinking water. So the efforts were made, those people who do not have access for drinking water. There has been perceptible progress in the direction of the aim, but still there is a lot to achieve. Cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutants. So we all know what is cleaning of water. That is a process where pollutants are removed before it enters the human body. And this sewage is a liquid waste which causes water and soil pollution. Wastewater is treated in sewage treatment plant. So this wastewater, where it is treated in the sewage treatment plant. Treatment plants reduce pollutants in wastewater to a level where nature can take care of it. So what the treatment plants do? Reduces the pollutants in wastewater to one level, where the nature can take care of. Then let us see what is wastewater treatment plant, that is WWTP. Treatment of wastewater involves physical, chemical and biological processes which remove physical, chemical and biological matter that contaminates water. So in this process, this physical, chemical and biological matter, they are removed, which contaminates the wastewater. Wastewater is passed through bar screens, large objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, napkins and removed. So can you see this bar screen? Water then goes to a grit and sand removal tank. The speed of the incoming wastewater is decreased to allow sand, grit and pebbles to settle down. So here the speed is decreasing, the water which is coming in, that the speed is decreased so that the sand, what is grit and pebbles, they settle down. The water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. Solids like feces settle at the bottom and are removed with a scraper. This is the sludge. A skimmer removes the floatable solids like oil and grease. So the skimmer removes the oil and grease. Water is so cleared is called clarified water, and this water is called clarified water. The sludge is transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria. Then it is transferred to another tank where the decomposition by anaerobic bacteria takes place. The biogas produced in the process can be used as fuel or can be used to produce electricity, and this biogas produced is used as fuel for electricity. Air is pumped into the clarified water to help aerobic bacteria to grow. Bacteria consume human waste, food waste, soaps and other unwanted matter still remaining in clarified water. After several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge, and after some hours, the suspended microbes that settle down at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge. The water is then removed from the top. The upper water is removed. The activated sludge is about 97% water. The water is removed by sand, drying beds or machines. Dried sludge is used as manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil. The treated water has a very low level of organic material and suspended matter. It is discharged into a sea, river or the ground. Nature cleans it up further. Sometimes it may be necessary to disinfect water with the chemicals like chlorine and ozone before releasing it into the distribution system. So, sometimes what is added? Chemicals, disinfectant water with chemicals like chlorine and ozone before releasing into the distribution system. Chlorine is added. Then the better housekeeping practices, that is, one of the ways to minimize or eliminate waste and pollutants at their source is to see what you are releasing down the drain. Cooking oil and fat should not be thrown down the drain. They can harden and block the pipes. In an open drain, the fats clog the soil pores, reducing its effectiveness in filtering water through oil and fats in the dustbin. Then the sanitization and disease. Poor sanitation and contaminated drinking water is the cause of a large number of diseases. So this contaminated drinking water, it causes large number of diseases. Let us look at our own country. A vast number of our people are still without sewage facilities. Where do they relieve themselves? A very large fraction of our people defecates in the open, on dry riverbeds, on railway tracks, near fields, and many a time directly in water. Untreated human excreta is a health hazard. It may cause water pollution and soil pollution. Both the surface water and groundwater get polluted. So, the surface water and groundwater get polluted through these activities. Groundwater is a source of water of wells, tube wells, springs and many rivers, as we will learn in chapter 60. Thus, it becomes the most common route for waterborne diseases. They include cholera, typhoid, polio, meningitis, hepatitis and dysentery.
Students, I hope you all are clear with this chapter. Related to this chapter, I will send you a worksheet. You are going to write down those question answers in your notebook. See you again soon with the next topic.